Really quick before the video starts, I just want to say I had some audio issues with some hum happening with all the recordings. I put a dehummer on it, but you can still hear it buzzing in the background, so I'm very sorry, but you're just going to have to deal with it. So here's the video. Okay, goodbye. It's time to put on those black clothes and gather around because it's finally here. I think Overwatch is done for. I originally wasn't going to make this video in the beginning because I felt like myself, along with a lot of friends, current and former, have just simply moved on from the topic, and I've also moved on from the game in general. Until one morning when I woke up and I found out that Jeff Kaplan is no longer a part of the Overwatch team. Now I just can't get this video out of my head. For those of you who are unaware of the history between me and Overwatch, let me just say that Overwatch was the reason why I started doing more content creation on YouTube. It just started out with a bunch of videos and edits and montages of my clips and my friends' clips just jumbled together with some music, and it really was a catalyst for me wanting to make videos, doing more video editing and as well as video production, which has led me to where I am now. And honestly, Overwatch was one of the first games to where I felt like I fully applied myself competitively, because the game was just that fun. It was fast-paced and strategic while still keeping the core mechanics of an FPS game. And to this day, I still haven't achieved the same success in other games that I have in Overwatch. I peaked in Overwatch at Diamond rank, which is basically, I think, like the top 7% of the entire player base. Small flex. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and the game just became stale. And in this video, I just want to talk about the things that went wrong for Overwatch, the things that drove most of its player base away from the game, and how if they don't get fixed soon, then we might just see what could be the end of a really amazing game. So obviously the number one aspect to make your game fun and appealing is gameplay, surprisingly. And for the most part, in my opinion, Overwatch was the gold standard of said fun. Games were fast-paced, but didn't drag on for too long. There was a playstyle for everyone to get involved and have a good time. You wanted to go ham and be first in the fight? Play a tank. You wanted to provide good utility and keep your teammates alive? Play support. Are you a subconscious asshole who can't take responsibility for anything they do and just likes to steal candy from little kids? Play DPS. And the best part, if you were really up for the challenge, you could go ahead and put in the extra effort to flex into different playstyles and different roles in the middle of the game. I saw it in my own gameplay too. I thought I was the most flexible player in the world. I mean, I couldn't play Pharah or Hanzo for shit. And then I was suddenly like the most dependable Pharah player. Just saying. Until one day, Blizzard decided to just shake things up.
Prove myself. I will be your shield.
Now, I'm not saying that I hate Brigitte, okay? But I hate Brigitte. The release of Brigitte basically changed how the game was going to be played forever. This character was just able to do everything. She could frontline like a tank. She had the ability to nullify and in some cases even just delete DPS from the game completely, all while being able to heal her teammates just by beating the shit out of the enemy frontline. Poor Reinhardt never stood a chance. Thus enter the infamous GOATS meta, and the GOATS meta consisted of a composition of 3 tanks and 3 healers. More specifically, a Reinhardt, a Zarya, a D.Va, mixed with the sustained healing of Brigitte, Moira, while also having Lucio speed boost as a little, you know, cherry on top, a little chef's kiss, you know what I'm saying? Add up all those ingredients and you got yourself an unkillable, massive meatball going faster than Takumi down Mount Akina Pass. This composition was just so good that the only thing that could beat it was itself. Pro play was just plagued with goats in every single matchup because the only way to beat it was to mirror the composition and just hope that you played better than the enemy team. And the worst part is that it was just so boring to watch because it all depended on which ultimates were up during which team fight. And you could just predict how the fight was going to go. Just like Hearthstone. You guys remember Hearthstone professional play? Yeah, me neither. It also didn't help that physically watching professional Overwatch just hurt, like really bad. From a spectator standpoint, Overwatch just didn't look appealing both as an esport and a game to grind with your squad. I mean, the production level was just awful, sometimes even missing full team fights because someone accidentally put a sponsored segment card up on the screen instead of live streaming the actual game.
Blizzard's still available for New York. Marvel's coming up with his as well.
But London is banking up. The Bank of London ready to go. 5 ultimates, and they get a pretty nice isolation on that wall.
Well, the Bank of London might be, the Bank of England might be quite empty. And there's a big beat. Hopper coming out big again. The Bank of England looking pretty dry.
That's also his second Blizzard eat so far of the series.
And the fast gameplay and the vibrant colors just didn't output well on stream. In fact, it had very low bit rates, which just caused the entire stream to just look very, very pixelated and fuzzy. It just didn't look good. And on top of all of this, no one knows what the fuck is happening during a fight, dude. Like just look at this screenshot here and just tell me you can just explain what's happening to me. No? How about this one? How about that? No, didn't think so. Also, can we just talk about how the format for Overwatch League just didn't make any sense? I mean, they had this weird system where you play four maps in a match, and you have to win 3, but you still play the 4th regardless of if you won all 3, and also if both teams win 2, then you play a 5th map as a tiebreaker. Then it's just like, what? Just make it a best of 5, dude. Like, no one's gonna want to watch the 4th map after a 3-0, dude. Goats meta became such a problem in the Overwatch community that the only way to fix it was to introduce a role queue. And role queue was basically a system that just forced each role, DPS, tank, and support, to have 2 and only 2 played from each role. That ended the GOATS meta and made it to where DPS were actually viable again. This was supposed to be a good change, but it just split the Overwatch community even further. Some claim that role queue restrictions force you to become more creative and more intuitive with your composition, and made teams much more inclined to adapt and play more characters mid-game. However, there were some that argued the exact opposite, and that the way to incite more creativity was to give them as many options as possible, and didn't like having the restrictions of 2-2-2. They wanted the entire shebang or something. I don't know. It kind of makes sense, but not really. I don't get it. I mean, it's kind of backwards thinking to me. What made things worse in terms of role queue though was that the majority of the player base were DPS players, meaning that if you wanted to play DPS, you would have to wait forever. To make it even worse, about 80% of the characters were DPS. I mean, not like it mattered anyway, because there were so little characters that you could actually play to make an impact on in any role really. I mean, Tracer, useless. Torbjorn,
what the hell is even that?
Zenyatta, he's a bot. Roadhog, walking old battery. Winston, walking old battery. Orisa, walking old battery, and she's a bot. Widowmaker. Reinhardt. He's actually really good in most scenarios. Just don't die. Please, I'm begging you. Anyway, the point is, there were a lot of characters that just paled in comparison to the rest, so what does Blizzard do? Introduce power creep! The best idea that the Overwatch devs could come up with was to just revamp most, if not all, the characters in the tank and support roles, with some minor tweaks to the DPS just to make it a little bit fair, you know? Not a bad idea, Blizzard. Until, you know, the next character comes around. The next character's really- wait, hold on. The next characters that were released just basically ended up having the same problem, and forced the devs to tweak even more characters. However, a lot of these changes just didn't make sense. Let's take a look at Mccree, for example. Mccree was an essential character to play against the newest kids on the block, Hammond and Echo. Because, well, Mccree's bullets were hit scan, which countered Echo's aerial prowess, and his stun grenade actually stopped Hammond from literally rolling around the entire map like Barry Allen. The dude was fast, trust me. Like, you needed a Mccree on this fucking team. But for some reason, Blizzard decides the balance is to buff Tracer in literally the dumbest way possible. Like, I can't. By increasing the distance needed for her damage to actually fall off. And that new range was actually outside of Mccree's stun area. Meaning that unless the Tracer is literally brain dead to where they can't use their abilities, Mccree can no longer win that matchup. But dude, like, countering Tracer is so easy. Why don't you just, like, you know, shoot her in the head? You know, give her a good one-tap, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they know me for, my one-taps. You think it's that easy, huh? This kind of scenario just kept repeating itself over and over again until eventually Blizzard was just at their wit's end. And ever since Echo got released, we haven't really seen any new content sort of announce itself or get released. I mean, besides, well... Blizzard then decided to announce its upcoming project, Overwatch 2. Except, it's not really Overwatch 2, it's just a big update for Overwatch, including some new maps, a co-op mode. Hey, no. You are not a co-op mode, you are just a loot box farming simulator, okay? No, sit down. Thank you. A new co-op mode, and a new game where you escort a robot payload barrier thing. I don't know. They literally only announced it and haven't given us any description about the new stuff. It's almost been like 2 years, so your guess is as good as mine. Hey everyone, it's Armon here, and thanks to the wonder of post-production, I can inform you that literally hours after finishing recording for the video, Blizzard actually announced that they're going to showcase Overwatch 2 gameplay on May 20th. So we are finally going to get some groundwork laid out for us. And also, let me know if you want to see me react to the showcase as well. Okay, back to the video. And this worries me because it's basically them telling their player base, hey, we don't know how to balance a proper PvP game, so let's just go ahead and try co-op instead, you know? It just sounds like them giving up to me. And ever since Overwatch 2 was announced, the game just became a barren wasteland with little to no updates. And if there are any updates, it's just god off. I literally logged on to Overwatch a couple weeks ago, and now D.Va's remech, where she hops back into her mech suit, does almost as much damage as a Tracer Pulse Bomb. And it just doesn't make sense. Why? And sure, we got the events here and there, but that's just all cosmetic stuff that you'll forget in a month anyway. Who cares? And I mean, honestly, how long does it take to reskin some models, lay out some new maps, and build on top of a pre-existing coding? Definitely not 2 years, okay? You might think I'm being a little overdramatic or asking for too much, but let's be real, guys. Come on. It's an update. It's not a brand new video game. They probably only announced Overwatch 2 as a diversion for everyone to forget about that whole Hong Kong scenario or whatever. And this is only just making it even more worse because it's just giving the player base some sort of expectation that they're just nowhere near ready to give out. Why? That doesn't make any sense. So your game is rocky, but at least your Pro League is still thriving, right? Right? Hey. This is the Overwatch League right now. Buckle up, okay? I think Blizzard, with the Overwatch League, just wanted their premier esports title so bad. They wanted the League of Legends, the CSGO major type shit, you know what I'm saying? That hyphy, competitive, franchisable moneymaker that would be there for eons, you know what I'm saying? Problem is, you can't just make that and expect it to be perfect from the get-go. And that kind of ambition from Blizzard as an esport just ended up crumbling at their feet. The first issue with the birth of the Overwatch League was that there was no other kind of Blizzard-sanctioned event or tournament prior to the actual league. And sure, there were some tournaments here and there, but nothing to really solidify itself as a flagship Blizzard event. And it sort of forced Overwatch League to happen without any sort of prior experience from Blizzard. And this is a big underlying uncertainty for a franchise league, meaning that any of the competitive slots that were wanted to be taken, investors would actually have to buy up and pay for and stay within that league for who knows how long. You know, you bought this spot, so you're gonna keep it for as long as you are willing to, or until you sell it off, etc., etc. There was just one small problem. Do you know how much an Overwatch League slot costs? Let me just break it down for you, okay? Give me 1 second. Alright, Mr. TSM, your application has been accepted. Welcome to the Overwatch League. Awesome. Thanks, Mr. Blizzard. Now we just need your upfront payment for the slot. Do you have it right now? Oh yeah, the payment for the slot. Yeah, how much is it again? Oh, the price? Yeah. It's gonna be only $20 million.
$20 million. $20 million. $20 million. $20 million.
Wait, whoa. $20 million? $20 million. Are you sure? It's not like 2 million? Or 200,000? It's 20 million? Nope, 20 million. 20,000,000. Because you gotta pay for the esports fee, as well as the location fee, as well as the Save China fee, and also the indisclosable regulatory response fee, and all. Wait, what are you doing? Wait, no, stop, don't disappear. No, don't disappear like the rest of them, please. I swear it's a good deal, I swear. Oh, no. Not again, man. Hello, it is I, Jeff Bezos, from Anazoom. No way, Jeff Bezos? From Anazoom? Oh my god. I heard you guys are selling Overwatch League slots. How much? Oh, price, yeah, Price. Yeah, price. How about $70 million? Wait, 70 million? Okay, I guess I'll only buy 7 instead of 9. It's okay though. Thanks. See you later. $20 million fucking dollars for an inexperienced, unproven esport. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of esports orgs are looking to sell their spot. It's a move that didn't make sense back then. It still doesn't make sense now. But Armand, so what if the shoddy pro league is not taking off so well and there's a lack of updates and improper game balance and just a lot of inexperience, you know? Like, there's no other way to, there's no other competition. We'll be fine, right? A new challenger approaches with the introduction of Valorant into the FPS scene, and this game made so much of a shockwave that a lot of the pro Overwatch players have actually just left to go try and seek a career in that game instead. Even Overwatch League's reigning MVP, Jay Sinatra, won. Okay. Just bear with me here. I know about the allegations against Sinatra and what he's done. I don't condone them either, and I hate him as much as you guys do, but he's part of the game's history, so let me just get to my point, okay? Okay, cool. Who had an MVP skin in development for Overwatch, left before it was even released to play with the Sentinels Valorant team. And there's fucking FaZe Clan, dude, who's literally a team of just former Overwatch pros. And they're actually doing pretty well. They're not too bad. So yeah, it's looking really grim. And the final cherry on top, it is announced that Jeff Kaplan has left the Overwatch development team, striking fear into any hope that was left over from all the other bad luck that's already cursed this game. But I mean, you gotta remain hopeful, because don't get me wrong, I want Overwatch to succeed. I am hopeful too. I'm pointing out these issues because I want this game to reach its full potential, which it has a ton of. All Overwatch needs is some guidance in the right direction, but if it doesn't get help fast, it could spell the end of, honestly, a really awesome game. And plus, if Overwatch falls, there's even more of a fear that, you know, Riot will take over the FPS scene with the whole news with EVO happening, you know, that fighting game tournament, and how the whole thing, like, basically shut down last year, and Riot's new fighting game is coming out. We might just see Riot Games become the Disney of video game industry, so I don't want to... We can't have that happen, please. No more Disney stuff, okay? No. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. My name is Goot Nude. If you guys would like to see more, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit that bell notification. Be sure to like if you think this video was awesome, and be sure to comment. Helps me out a lot. If you guys want to see more of these kinds of content, just let me know. I've been thinking about talking about a lot of other topics, so if you guys are more down for these talk videos and explaining my point of views on a bunch of other things, then I would really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.